What does it mean to step into a new season of style? Every September, fashion resets the rhythm of culture, offering a fresh start, a chance to reinvent, and a reason to dream. The September issue of ELLE captures this moment of change, weaving together fashion, beauty, wellness, culture, and creativity into a single vision of life in 2025. It is not only about what we wear, but about how we live, how we feel, and how we tell our stories through style. Fashion this season, fashion is rewriting its own language. The pencil skirt, sharp, elegant, and endlessly versatile, makes its return. Once a staple of mid-century office attire, later a symbol of feminine power dressing in the 1980s, and then reinvented for minimalism in the 1990s, the pencil skirt in 2025 is no longer tied to a single identity. Instead, it embodies fluidity. Lauren Cochran's feature traces its history and asks why, after decades of evolution, it still holds a central place in the wardrobe. Perhaps because it balances structure with adaptability. Perhaps because it reminds us that even the most classic forms can evolve endlessly. Yet fashion this fall is not only about restraint and polish. It is about excess, about drama, about breaking free. Oversized jackets sweep the runways, playful proportions test the boundaries of silhouette, and couture returns with a bold wink. ELLE's trend report captures everything from shimmering fabrics that catch the light like water, to feathered gowns, to barely there slips that speak of freedom rather than modesty. Fashion today is a paradox. Polished yet chaotic, disciplined yet daring. The Haute Couture report dives deep into the artistry of fashion houses that straddle past and future. Designers are looking back at archives, finding inspiration in decades past, while pushing forward with digital fabrics, experimental shapes, and sustainable practices. Every seam and embellishment is purposeful. Couture has become not only a luxury, but a manifesto. And for everyday style, ELLE's editors guide readers through the must-haves of the season. Textured coats, sculptural handbags, boots that balance practicality with statement-making presence. Autumnal hues, deep burgundy, olive, midnight blue, are layered with surprising accents of neon and metallic. Dressing for fall in 2025 is not about blending in. It is about layering identity, mood, and intention, beauty, and wellness. No September issue is complete without a deep dive into beauty, and this edition of ELLE expands the conversation. Hair takes center stage. In the root of it, scientists, stylists, and innovators share how true hair health begins below the surface. Scalp care becomes as important as skincare, and salon wisdom meets biotech innovation. ELLE outlines how to build routines that go beyond surface shine, aiming for lasting strength. The 10 of the best feature curates masks that restore, repair, and rejuvenate. Each product tells a story of science meeting indulgence, proof that care can be luxurious without losing its effectiveness. Makeup this season is about enhancing individuality. Forget heavy coverage. The focus is on lightweight formulas that melt into the skin. Radiant complexions, blurred edges, and statement lips reflect a generation less interested in hiding flaws and more intent on celebrating uniqueness. Products featured by ELLE feel like second skin, proving that beauty in 2025 is as much about comfort as it is about creativity. Fragrance becomes another form of self-expression. Dior's latest release is not just a scent, it is an anthem. Bold, unapologetic, it encourages the wearer to live out loud. Chopard's new collection, described as glacial glamour, captures the elegance of ice, sharp, crystalline, and impossible to ignore. ELLE shows how these scents are not accessories but identities, designed to leave echoes long after the wearer has passed by. Wellness weaves throughout the issue. Naomi Pike explores posture in a tall order, reminding readers that how we hold ourselves shapes both perception and confidence. Longevity science emerges as a theme, supplements, technology, and rituals that extend not only life, but vitality. ELLE frames wellness not as luxury, but as everyday necessity, the balance of body, mind, and spirit, culture, and reads. But ELLE is never only about what we wear or how we look, it is about the ideas that shape us. Winona Ryder speaks in I Always Wanted to Be Older, offering rare reflections on fame, creativity, and resilience. She discusses aging not as loss, but as power. For readers who grew up with her iconic roles, it is a reminder that influence deepens with time. In Rewiring Tomorrow, Kelechi Okafor confronts the ethical failures of artificial intelligence, especially in industries like fashion and beauty. She also highlights how Black women technologists are pushing for fairness, demanding visibility in spaces long dominated by bias. The feature asks, if AI will shape the future, who gets to shape AI? Gossip, often dismissed as trivial, is reframed in between us. Writer Lamisa Anzoria Jordan suggests that gossip is not always destructive. It can also be a form of connection, a way of building community, even a method of resistance. By looking at gossip through psychology and sociology, ELLE invites us to reconsider what we whisper and why. The Work in Progress section profiles artists, image makers, and thinkers caught in the middle of creation. These are not finished products, but stories in motion, proof that imperfection is often where the most innovation begins. Literature, art, and essays throughout the issue remind readers that creativity is not decoration. It is survival. It is how we interpret, critique, and reimagine the world, music, and lifestyle. In Cultural Vibrations, Lena de Casparis travels to Jamaica, immersing herself in a culture where rhythm is history, protest, and joy all at once. The piece traces how reggae and dancehall shaped global sound, proving that music born from struggle can still carry light. Back in the United States, LA explores Los Angeles in Everyone's Going to La La Land. Too often reduced to cliches of Hollywood, the city is reframed as a hub of resilience and reinvention. Artists, entrepreneurs, and dreamers are flocking there, making LA not just a place of fantasy, but of real cultural power. Lifestyle features emphasize connection between people, between cities, between traditions. Food, travel, and art are presented not as luxuries, but as ways of remembering who we are. Luxury and jewelry dazzles in this issue. Tiffany & Company continues to reinvent its heritage with bold, modern statements. Chopard introduces pieces that feel both timeless and futuristic. The message is clear. Luxury is not about excess alone, but about storytelling, memory, and craftsmanship. The Haute Style Report encourages readers to go big or go home. Jewelry, bags, and accessories are oversized, unapologetic, and designed to start conversations. This is luxury that does not whisper, it sings. Closing every September, ELLE acts as a mirror of the times. In 2025, it reflects a world in flux, bold in fashion, experimental in beauty, thoughtful in culture, and resilient in wellness. The September issue of ELLE is not only about dressing for the season, it is about embracing transformation, living with creativity, and finding courage in expression. It reminds us that fashion is not simply fabric, beauty is not simply skin deep, and culture is not simply entertainment. These are languages of identity, power, and possibility. This magazine is a celebration of reinvention, resilience, and the fearless creativity of today.